Hello everyone, welcome to Buddha Zen Wisdom. We are here to accompany you every day. When people around you act like this, it's clearly jealousy. Don't hesitate, distance yourself. As we grow older, we yearn for simple friendships and genuine relationships. However, some people around us may subtly change their attitude toward us out of jealousy. You might not have done anything to provoke them, but you notice they've become cold, sarcastic, or even intentionally try to embarrass you. As Ouyang Fong from Ashes of Time once said, anyone can become cruel, they just need to experience jealousy. Jealousy may seem invisible, but it hides in the familiar details of life. It's the poison of relationships and a signal we need to be wary of. In our lives and social interactions, jealousy is quite common. Those who are envied are often people who excel in certain areas, whether it's their family background, talent, appearance, education, career, or even their romantic partner. Interestingly, those who feel jealousy aren't necessarily evil people, they're often ordinary individuals we encounter every day. The complexity of jealousy lies in its ability to breed resentment and shame, creating an unbalanced mindset that torments the person harboring it. Jealousy is like a double-edged sword. It can motivate someone to improve, but if left unchecked, it becomes a weapon that harms both the jealous person and their target. Many of us have experienced jealousy from those around us, and it can leave us feeling hurt and upset. Some people's jealousy is overt, and once it's out in the open, we might cut ties with them. However, the jealousy of acquaintances or even friends can be more subtle. Generally, if someone frequently does the following three things to you, it's a sign they're jealous, even if they're your friend. In such cases, it's best to distance yourself. 1. They always flaunt their superiority to one-up you. Jealousy is hard to hide. As philosopher Bertrand Russell once said, a beggar doesn't envy a millionaire, but he will envy the beggar who managed to collect a few more coins than him. Psychologically, everyone craves recognition and admiration. People don't compare themselves to famous or successful individuals outside their circle, but they do measure themselves against those close to them. If someone stands out and garners attention and admiration, they feel satisfied. However, if someone in their circle shines too brightly, making them feel insignificant, the flames of jealousy are ignited. To regain their dignity and prove they're not inferior, jealous individuals often display a strong sense of superiority, openly treating others as competitors. Take Mr. Johnson, for example. After retiring, he took up photography and often traveled with his wife, sharing stunning photos on social media. One day, at a gathering of old colleagues, he shared some of his recent landscape shots. To his surprise, one colleague remarked sarcastically, "Wow, you've got so much free time after retirement. Not all of us can afford to travel like you." Another chimed in, "Yeah, we're too busy babysitting our grandkids. Who has time for that?" Mr. Johnson was left speechless, feeling a mix of emotions. He was simply sharing his passion, but it was perceived as bragging. This kind of passive-aggressive behavior is a clear sign of jealousy. Similarly, Uncle Mike, who loves sharing his fitness achievements and travel photos to inspire others, once mentioned completing a marathon at a community event. Someone sneered, "Wow, you're really pushing yourself at this age. Even young people struggle with marathons. Aren't you worried about ruining your knees?" While the comment seemed like concern, it was actually a veiled expression of envy. Jealous people often mask their insecurities with sarcasm, using it to vent their dissatisfaction with life. You, unfortunately, become their comparison point. Jealous individuals often act superior, using their perceived superiority to hide their insecurities. They might smile to your face but stab you in the back. They'll praise your achievements but secretly resent you. They won't genuinely celebrate your success. Instead, they'll find ways to undermine it. By doing so, they temporarily ease their feelings of inadequacy, believing they've surpassed you. If someone around you frequently behaves this way, observe their motives. You might be the target of their jealousy. 2. They dismiss your efforts and downplay your achievements. As writer Yu Chuyu once said, the root of jealousy is people's hidden anxiety about their own fragility. Jealousy often stems from an inability to tolerate others' success. Those who envy you resent your achievements and good fortune while feeling insecure about their own circumstances. To comfort themselves, they go out of their way to ignore or belittle your accomplishments. For instance, if you outperform them at work, they might dismiss it by saying, I didn't even try, otherwise, I'd have surpassed you. Take Aunt Linda, a renowned cook in her community. Her dishes were always a hit at gatherings, but an old friend began making snide remarks. At a community event, when Aunt Linda asked why her friend had been distant, the friend replied coldly, "Oh, your dishes are always the star. The rest of us can't compete." Aunt Linda was both surprised and hurt, realizing her friend's comments were rooted in jealousy. Similarly, Uncle Tom, who renovated his home after retirement, faced criticism when relatives visited. One remarked, "The renovation looks nice, but why spend so much money at this age? You won't get to enjoy it for long." Such comments, though seemingly harmless, reveal the speaker's inability to accept your success. They dismiss your efforts to maintain their fragile self-esteem. When someone downplays your achievements, it's not constructive criticism, it's jealousy. They can't acknowledge their own shortcomings, so they diminish your accomplishments to feel better about themselves. If someone frequently makes you uncomfortable with such comments, don't doubt yourself, distance yourself from them. True friends won't negate your efforts, they'll celebrate your successes. 3. They imitate you but mock you behind your back. As Hegel once said, jealousy is the resentment of mediocrity toward excellence. One of the most tormenting aspects of jealousy is that it makes those who feel inferior wonder, why do they have it, and I don't? This desire for what others possess fuels envy. Those who envy you have witnessed the benefits you've gained from your achievements and feel the sting of their own inadequacies. They might imitate your lifestyle, from your fashion choices to your social habits, but behind your back, they'll mock and belittle you. For example, after retiring, Mr. Zhang started jogging every morning in the park. A neighbor, Mrs. Smith, enthusiastically joined him, even asking for diet and fitness tips. However, after a while, Mr. Zhang overheard her telling others, he's only jogging because he's scared of health issues. I don't need that, I'm just doing it so I don't fall behind. She even mocked his dedication. Mr. Zhang was confused. Why would someone imitate him only to ridicule him later? He realized her behavior stemmed from jealousy. Similarly, Mrs. Anderson, who loves gardening, often shared tips with her neighbor, Mrs. Clark. But soon, Mrs. Clark began downplaying her efforts, saying, gardening isn't that hard. Anyone can do it. Mrs. Anderson felt hurt. Her hard-earned knowledge was being dismissed by someone who had once sought her advice. Jealousy makes people resent those they admire. They imitate you to feel closer to your success, but can't overcome their own insecurities, so they mock you to mask their envy. If someone frequently mimics your behavior while undermining you, it's a clear sign of jealousy. A mature adult has their own goals and doesn't blindly follow others. If someone constantly uses you as a benchmark, they're likely envious. How to deal with jealousy? Jealousy is a natural emotion, but how we handle it matters. When faced with jealousy from others, you can 1. Focus on yourself, don't let others' emotions disrupt your life. 2. Stay kind, sometimes, understanding and compassion can ease tension. 3. Distance yourself, if the relationship becomes toxic, it's okay to walk away. Life is too short to waste on people who don't genuinely support you. Surround yourself with those who appreciate and celebrate you. Let's live gracefully, free from the harm and disturbance of jealousy. At 55, I learned the secret to getting along with others: talk less. Hello, I'm Michael, 55 years old, and I've been retired for 5 years. Life is peaceful and fulfilling. Looking back, I used to think that constant small talk was essential for maintaining social connections. However, time and experience have taught me a different truth. The secret to getting along with others is often to talk less. We often wonder, does sharing our joys and achievements earn us others' affection? Do we really need to showcase ourselves? The answer isn't as straightforward as we might think. Let's delve deeper. Before retiring, I often shared my accomplishments, hoping my colleagues' admiration would strengthen our bonds. Once, I told a coworker about my efforts to learn writing for retirement. Instead of being happy for me, it sparked gossip. Soon, the entire office was talking about my little achievements, leaving me feeling exposed and uncomfortable. What I thought was a close friendship turned out to be superficial. This taught me the value of discretion. Sometimes, less is more. In my life, I've adopted a simple rule: don't share your joys and successes. Trouble often starts with such sharing. I thought my decades-long friendships with colleagues meant we could share anything, but mentioning my retirement savings planted seeds of envy. This made me realize that human relationships are complex and unpredictable. As Kazuo Inamori said, to get along with others, avoid sharing your successes. Not only should we be cautious about sharing achievements, but we should also keep our finances private. Even a casual mention of a small difference in income can spark jealousy. We often say, the tallest tree catches the most wind. Over time, I've learned to be more discreet. When asked about my pension, I avoid specifics. This isn't dishonesty, it's self-preservation. Topics like wealth can create distance, turning warmth into coldness. I've also realized that with new acquaintances, it's important to maintain some distance. While instant connections can feel comforting, true understanding takes time. We shouldn't reveal our cards too quickly. A friend once mentioned owning a vacation home, only to become the subject of rumors. This taught me the importance of boundaries. In summary, as Yang Jiang wisely said, the secret to getting along with others is not to share your successes and joys. True relationships thrive on appropriate distance and discretion. Talking less isn't about rejecting others' care, it's about creating space for mutual respect. Sharing may come naturally, but sometimes, understanding and respecting others' feelings is more important. If you're struggling with social interactions, try talking less and maintaining a bit of mystery. It might bring you greater peace. After 60, even the closest couples should keep these 3 things in mind. As the saying goes, husband and wife are like birds in the same forest. When disaster strikes, they fly apart. Even if a couple has been deeply in love, after 60, it's wise to keep these 3 things in mind to ensure a secure and peaceful retirement. 1. Set aside personal funds for emergencies. As we age, the risk of serious illness increases. Medical expenses can be astronomical, and not all treatments are covered by insurance. Having a personal fund ensures you won't be left helpless in a crisis. 2. Prioritize your health. A comfortable retirement depends on good health. Without it, even wealth can't guarantee happiness. As the saying goes, a long illness tests even the most filial child. If you lose your health, you risk becoming a burden to your spouse or children. 3. Prepare a will. After a lifetime of hard work, it's important to protect your assets. A will ensures your wishes are respected and prevents disputes. While some may think it's unnecessary or unlucky, it's a practical step to safeguard your legacy. These precautions aren't selfish, they're wise. As we age, it's crucial to plan ahead to avoid uncertainty and ensure a peaceful retirement. Thank you for watching. If you found this content meaningful, don't forget to subscribe so we can accompany you every day. Let's grow, be happy, and age gracefully together. See you next time. QQQQQQQQQQQQ.